Boy Swallows Universe is an absolute delight. It's the kind of book that inhabits your soul so completely that you find the characters creeping around in your subconscious for days and weeks to follow. And the best bit? It's just so Australian. Trent Dalton is an absolute gem.
As soon as I started reading this, I knew I was reading a really special book. It's funny, heartbreaking, uplifting, all at the same time. But what I love most is that as soon as you get comfortable with it, you're hit with the literary equivalent of a slap in the face. You don't see it coming, and all of a sudden you're on a roller coaster you didn't even know you were on. Without fail, this is one of the best Australian novels I have ever read, and destined to become the next Australian classic.
This book, this wonderful, wonderful book, is going to be the next Australian classic. It has incredible characters, a gripping plot, and so much Aussie spirit. Trent Dalton is a genius.
This richly imagined novel is part literary masterpiece, part thriller, and part coming-of-age story. The rich characterisation reminds me of Tim Winton's Cloud Street, the evocative warm prose reminds me of Craig Silvey, and the quirky, imaginative qualities remind me of Marcus Zusak. Despite these comparisons, Trent Dalton has written one of the most original novels I've ever read, and a book that will have you talking about it for days and years after you've read it.
Boy Swallows Universe. Author delights publisher. Novel exceeds expectation. Booksellers embrace originality. Readers champion voice. Book illuminates industry. Hope wins through, unlike anything else.
This book is funny, heartbreaking, warm and generous. You'll fall in love with these complex and flawed characters, and you'll want to savour this gorgeous writing. Believe the hype, this book is definitely worth your time.
This is an extraordinary first novel. It's full of energy, compassion and unforgettable characters, by turns harrowing, heartbreaking and laugh-out-loud funny, and altogether hugely entertaining.
Behold Trent Dalton. I loved this book. It's going straight to the proverbial pool room, somewhere on the shelf next to Tim Winton, or maybe Roddy Doyle, or maybe over near that shabby, well-read copy of Jasper Jones. Boy Swallows Universe has all the parts of a classic Australian story. It's the vibe, it's the oh-so-clever writing, it's the human experience of love, desperation, friendship, failure and hope. It's hopeless criminals, it's fumbling families, and it's true romance. You're about to read a book about the Australian suburbs you've always known, but you're about to meet Eli, the remarkable boy next door.
Boy Swallows Universe is a fabulous read, full of unlikely but very believable characters. It's equal parts heartbreak and side-splitting humour. Trent Dalton is an unbelievable storyteller. Skillfully plotted, it'll have you engrossed from beginning to end as you follow the life and aspirations of one cheeky Brisbane schoolboy, Eli Bell.
Boy Swallows Universe is the most surprising, funny, tender and captivating novel I've ever read. The characters are all complex, flawed and completely extraordinary in their own way. Trent Dalton's writing is mesmerising, and I'm already looking forward to his next book. This is an Australian classic in the making.
Boy Swallows Universe is an absolute joy to read from start to finish. It's a coming-of-age story like no other. It's funny, clever, sad and heartfelt. It has all of the good and bad stuff of life rolled into one gorgeously told story. It's fantastic.
Boy Swallows Universe. This novel is so special. I can't tell you how special it is, other than to say it is just a blast of pure, riotous, rollicking, wondrous joy. That's it.
For me, reading Boy Swallows Universe was like coming home. I'm from Brisbane, so obviously the book was extra special. It's a mix of ferocity and tenderness, childhood dreaming and adult fears. Trent Dalton has poured his soul into this book, and you can feel his passion on every page.